His Excellency, Donald Trump, I give honor to you. We respect you. We honor you. Also, Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, we honor you. We respect you. The Putin, Russian President, we worship you. We honor you. Trump, please and please, His Excellency, I want to use this opportunity to highlight you for you to understand something. From the one, Britain have never ever loved you. Remember that Britain colonized with Nigeria to sentence you 10th of this last month, being January 2025. I myself, I made a prayer for you to be in that seat. And thank God today you are in the seat. Shame to them. Now they are coming on their knees because they have seen their failure.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chinedu, for having you this morning. Dr. Rabueze, we have seen severally from Donald Trump to Benjamin Netanyahu to Putin, to just make sure that he secure their friendship so that they can come for rescue Biafra, so that Biafra can exist out of Nigeria.
Yes, what Dr. Ngozi Rabueze, with the support of the Samoneba is pushing for is recognition of Biafra by the world powers or by the leaders of this world through the United Nations or through their own respective executive order, which have gotten close to 70% success. Dr. Rabueze having a free fall, a free will, a free relationship, a free romance, a free endorsement, access of Biafra in New York, in America, in Washington, in everywhere. To an extent, I can tell you, it was reported there's a forensic process on the Biafran passport already going on in the White House now, and also the embassy, Biafran embassy located in Washington. All these things are being pioneered, and most of the lobbyists, Biafran lobbyists, are doing well in their respective engagement with the Donald Trump's government. We can see the response coming from J.D. Vance, the Vice President, to Donald Trump, acknowledging the presence of Biafrans and what the Biafrans are actually, going through. We do not have problem with Israel. I can tell you that, to an extent. I can mention one Netanyahu's aide, Naftali, currently now on, I think he should be in Germany now, reporting Biafra issue to the Israeli government on daily basis. So I can tell you that they are aware. And often, if you watch much of Benjamin Netanyahu's speech, he also make reference to the issue of the genocide that took place in Biafra land and the need for the world to look at that direction of recognition. It is something that is going to happen. I don't think that Putin will want to distance himself from that ideology if it happens to be sold to him currently now, because you can see Putin is already advancing his relationship here in Africa. You can see, and Biafra will not be exempted from that relationship. But I can tell you that in all these things, Donald Trump is at the center of all this, and that is why it looks like everybody is enjoying, celebrating the outstanding success of Dr. Ngozi Rabueze in trying to get these powerful nations to buy into Biafra recognition. We're not talking about Biafra restoration. The world should recognize Biafra as a sovereign.
So Biafra has now been restored. It's just to recognize by the world.
Yes, Biafra has been restored. What we are seeking for is a recognition, of Nigeria of Biafra as a separate, as an entity, as a sovereignty, and that is all. And the Trump government has signaled that he is ready for whatever that's going to come in that direction.
Mr. Chinedu, let me ask you this question. The prompt to Nnamdi Kanu lobbies is now a chief of staff to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and information reaching us from her side now that Benjamin Netanyahu have called to Donald Trump, and they discuss about this Biafra freedom. That's as we are saying now.
Yes, if the vice president to Donald Trump can make that a public statement, then I can tell you that it has gotten to the understanding and of this world leader to an extent. I think to an extent, Benjamin Netanyahu is a man of freedom. He's a man who believes in humanity. He's a man who believes in civility. He's a man who believes, that Christians are going through a lot as a result of their relationship and their understanding of Christianity. And Christianity, you cannot talk about Christianity in the world without mentioning Israel. It cannot work, Israel is the birthplace of the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords himself, the man that saved this world, and the Biafras have come to align. So you can see that's why at every point in time, when it matters most, and when they have gotten a deep report on happenings within Nigeria that are affecting Biafrans, especially the issue of Islamization, the issue of killings of Biafrans, the issue of shutting down Biafran businesses in the north, and thereabout, the issue of not allowing a Biafran to be president in Nigeria. They discuss it with Donald Trump, and they are marching toward the second phase of Biafran implementation globally. I can tell you that both Benjamin Netanyahu and Donald Trump are already on phase two implementation of the Biafran plan in the global world. The only problem is that Macron wanted to turn down or beat down or even demarcate Biafra in the Oval Office because he seemed to have a close relationship with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He carried out the message of Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the to Oval Office in Washington, in Washington. Okay. And unfortunately, Tinubu was disappointed the way and manner Donald Trump and his mind turned Macron down on the issue of Biafra recognition. So it tells you that the government of that country is out to do the needful. I remember it was the government of America too that masterminded under Obama and Biden the kidnapping of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So they know what transpired and they know that it is time for them to recognize the first Jewish black nation in Africa.
Mr. Chinedu, many Biafra that will be listening to you will be very happy to hear this news from you because they felt that Nigeria government are rejoicing that they have succeeded over Biafra by make sure they KGM Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Samuel Ekpa on the other hand in Finland cannot speak. They said that Dr. Rabweze is just a woman, he cannot do anything. But with this information you are dishing out, Biafran that will be listening to you now will be very happy and will be very excited that the freedom they have been waiting for will soon come. Don't forget, viewers, the reason why we are bringing Putin in is because you'll be imagining what concerns Putin with Biafra. Don't forget that Putin and Donald Trump have relationship, and you can see what Donald Trump is doing to Ukraine president just because of Putin. That's to tell you that whatever Donald Trump wants, Putin also wants it. So many people who are disregarding the information that Biafra is exaggerating nothing concern Putin. That's why I'm asking you a question.
No. I can tell you that it's all about relationship. It's all about marketing. You can't tell me that Vladimir Putin, all this while he has been there as the president of Russia, he has not had anything about Biafra. That would be wrong if anybody tells you that. You don't know anything about Nnamdi Kanu. You don't have briefs, even if for one day, of what is happening in Nigeria and the political prisoners and the rest of the things that are happening, the Boko Haram issue and all. They don't know. You want to tell me that Putin is not aware? You have not seen it in the news. You have not watched it in the CNN on a man called Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is not absolutely not correct. And I can tell you in honest truth, yes, they have relationship, deep relationship, and to an extent that Putin said it very clear that if Trump had been president of America at that time, there wouldn't have been need for war, and the issue of NATO would have been resolved. But I can tell you that the same Trump to have what it takes to call Putin's attention, Vladimir attention to the issue of Biafra. I remember too, Vladimir Putin was an orphan, trained and bred up by a Russian Jew. So Putin grew up in a Russian Jewish environment, trained by a Jewish man. And that is why the only thing Putin does every now and then is during Russia military remembrance day. The only person that's allowed to step into Russia till tomorrow, till next tomorrow, till the kingdom come, is the Israeli prime minister. In honor that it was a Jewish man, a Russian Jew, that trained him. Well, so what it means is that the other round, Benjamin Netanyahu have also the opportunity to get Vladimir Putin buy into the issue of Biafra. So these two leaders have access to Putin at any point, at any time. An issue of Biafra will be just a matter of bilateral and negotiation, and that is all.
Mr. Chinedu, are you saying that the freedom, the joy that the Biafran has been waiting for is very close? That's why they are passing through difficult time, whereby the Fulani invading their land, doing all manner of things from Nigeria and go. We also saw how IBB also came, maybe probably seeing the victory ahead. Or some people said the people that have been killed during Biafra war are busy crying for IBP. That's why he came to confess that Igbos are not the one that planned that coup.
Yes, I can tell you that you cannot have it very on the altar of just gold like that. You see what so many countries around the world went through. You see what Nelson Mandela went through for 27 years. And he came out and he was able to stop minority controlling majority. That is the ideology we need to understand from what happened in South Africa under Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was able to maintain that it is still the majority that will rule over the minority.
It is still the majority that will rule over the minority.
That is the concept.
Mr. Chinedu, before I will let you go, because you have tried, one will say after the IBB have come to confess that Igbos are not responsible for the coup because of this false allegation have deprived Igbo from the corridors of power in Nigeria. They don't allow them to go near to the power. Now that the IBB have confessed before the war, before Nigeria, don't you think President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will have do the needful and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Because the first place, what makes Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to bring these agitations, to start fighting for how to liberate his people, is because of the marginalization. Now that the man has said that Igbos are marginalized because of the lie I have lied, don't you think it's very, very...
A Yoruba man is a cunning man. Yorubas are very cunning people. They are not straightforward people. That's the truth. And then they say, no, that's what they call the Yariba. The Yariba translation of Yoruba means people who are cunning and dishonest. So it was a name given to them by the same Fulani. I'm not the one that gave them that name. So when you look at them and ever, you cannot trust a Yoruba man. A Yoruba man and Igbo man can never share the same measure or yardstick, and they are not in the same level. The Igbo man is Republican by nature and adventurous. The Yoruba man is cunning and is cunning and dishonest. Yes, they are cunning and they are dishonest, and they practice feudalism. The same thing with the Northerners. So you see, they have a blend of the North and a blend of their personality. So that is what it is. We cannot trust whether Tinubu make anybody president or not. So what I said is that they should publish the secret memo the Yorubas and the Northerners entered that is still lying there in Aso Rock. The reason why Igbo man cannot be president, they should publish the secret memo. Why they are sharing the crude oil belonging to the Igbo people? They don't want them to be president. So when I say share it, bring it, let the whole world see it. Why are you telling me that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not aware? Are you telling me that Bola Ahmed is not under instruction not to listen now the camp? What are you talking about? But all these things you are saying is a build-up to greatness of Biafra as a kingdom, as a nation, as a sovereignty.
Okay, Mr. Chinedu, thank you for having you. But I will not let you go. Let me ask you this question, because 2027 is around the corner. Many people feel that Igbos abilities that make President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to win election. If Obi did not run for that election, Atiku will have become a president.
No, that is nobody. Anybody that's holding such presentation is still the same part of lie they are lying.
No,
it's the same lie. The same lie they used in 1966.
No, they have their reason. Why they are saying that just vote?
But that is not correct. Atiku does not supposed to contest that election in the first place. That's the fact. Atiku has no right to contest that election. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has no right to contest that election. What happened is that Wike is a wicked man planted by the Fulanis that destabilized PDP. That's the extent. And after Obi has waited for them to do the needful, the extent that Atiku is a good man in that judgment. I can give Atiku 100%. Because Atiku said, we people are wicked. These people have not produced president before. Why not zone this thing to the president? let PDP and APC at least give Igbos sense of belonging. They rejected him. Bola Ahmed come out, they say he be Jagaban. Now he make, what is it called? Buhari president. Even Buhari did not want him because Buhari knows he's a criminal. But the northern APC governors went and knelt down. And he said nobody make him president. Look at how they are controlling Tinubu and Aso Rock now. Are you not seeing even the children of Gaduje, how they are controlling the whole president? Northern children, people less than 30, 40 years are controlling the whole Jagaban. Go and see how all those Hausa children are controlling the Tinubu in the... My brother, it's a disgrace.
Mr. Chinedu, thank you so much for having you. We look for a better Nigeria or a better everybody to exist from this country.
No, the best thing is for us, everybody to go their separate way. Nigeria should disintegrate. No, there's nothing looking better for. I think they have enjoyed enough crude oils. The Yorubas have enjoyed it. The Northerners have enjoyed it. What else? Has Igbo man enjoyed anything? Would they say they are better than Igbo man today? The answer is no. As simple as that. So they have enjoyed themselves. Let them be.
Mr. Chinedu, thank you so much for having you this morning.
That the Fulani military in Nigeria, of Nigeria extraction, is the fourth most dangerous terrorist organization in the world. And it's quite surprising that Nigeria government have not seen them as such. You understand that America is a country that always want to deal with terrorism. We understand that even the other time, America have to stay in Afghanistan for more than 10 years to see whether they could bring down Taliban. So the point is, America targeting terrorists in Africa is a welcome development.
Pastor Matthew, thank you for having you on the Waymaker channel this morning. If this day is your first time of coming across our video, please kindly subscribe, on your notifications, and like as we continue bringing what is happening in Nigeria and even in Biafra. Pastor, as we speak now, Biafrans are jubilating as the Fulani men are angry because Donald Trump said enough of killing Christians in Nigeria, as is ready to bring to strike the terrorist organization like Boko Haram, Al Qaeda, and Fulani bandit. And there is panic in Fulani in the north right now.
Thank you for having me. Let me tell you that they have every reason to be in panic mode. It's very clear, even as they speak, that the Fulani military in Nigeria, of Nigeria extraction, is the fourth most dangerous terrorist organization in the world. And it's quite surprising that Nigeria government have not seen them as such. You understand that America is a country that always want to deal with terrorism. We understand that even the other time, America have to stay in Afghanistan for more than 10 years to see whether they could bring down Taliban. So the point is, America targeting terrorists in Africa is a welcome development. We have seen the Air Force Commander, American Air Force Commander for Africa and Europe, talking about James Hecker, making it very clear that their target is going to be African terrorists. Of course, I think they have made good that position, targeting some terrorists in Somalia, and I think that's a good start. But again, looking at what Fulani military stand for in Nigeria, I think the activity of American Air Force is welcome, because we have seen a people that is unrelenting in bringing harm and pain to people. Don't forget that the former governor of Benue State, talking about Autumn, was attacked. Not just another attack, an assassination attack was carried out on him. Before he knew it, a group that goes by the name of Fulani National Movement came out clearly to say, yes, we did it. And that the governor was lucky, that he may not be lucky next time. So we are talking about a group that is formidable, a group that does not respect concerned authority, a group that do not know that police exists, that do not know that government exists, a group that see themselves to survive by survival of the fittest, a group that if you send police against them, they are ready to attack police. We saw the killing in Delta State, in Biri, to be precise, recently. We saw the one in Benue. We saw the one in Ebonyi. So these are people that had the agenda to conquer, to dominate, and to occupy people's ancestral home.
Pastor Matthew, I don't know whether you have seen the video that is going on in circulation now, where Enugu women gathered yesterday, they were crying for the atrocity these Fulani people are committing in Southeast. Even they are raping their women, raping mothers, even most of them accuse them of using stick to poke them where no, I can't even pronounce it. And even their husbands are afraid to go to farm. These are the things Fulani men are doing in Southeast. Why I'm asking you these questions? Because perhaps before now, where Samuel Ekpan will stop not to communicate to Biafran, we hardly hear that the Fulani people attack the Igbos or penetrate into the Biafra land. But ever since Samuel Ekpan has been captured, Mazinam Dekano appear under the detention of DSS, it's like these people now have the full energy to enter Southeast to do whatever thing they like, and nothing is happening to them. The last time they killed almost 30 choosing members in the point. Now Enugu, they are crying. The video is all over. What is happening?
To be quite honest with you, it is worrisome and disappointing on the part of the state governors, who of course have the mandate to protect lives and property. Do not forget that the government, or rather the governors, go by the name of the governor and the chief security officer of their respective states. Even the president go by the name of the president and the commander of the armed forces. It's quite unfortunate that we have a situation where vacuum is being created in what gave someone like a Sunday Igboho the room to operate under Muhammadu Buhari, which brought him to relevance. So it's quite unfortunate that you see people in their hundreds, in their thousands, in their tens being maimed, killed, raped by the marauding, reckless Fulani militias. And the government seems to be incapacitated, seems not to have the wherewithal to address it. Even in the north, recently, we had a situation where bandits held meeting with people in Katsina to strike a deal that they will not kill, to enable farmers go back to farm. It's quite unfortunate that we have a situation where the government is not having the ability or the capacity to deal with this emerging threat. That is why we have been advocating. Let us think out of the box. Let us have state police. Let us rejig the security architecture. Let us remove the issue of security from exclusive legislative list. Let it be on concurrent list so that the State House of Assembly can legislate on it. As it stands today, I must tell you, Mr. James, that the State House of Assembly have no right to legislate on the issue of security because it is on the exclusive legislative list. So we need to remove it from that list to put it on the concurrent list to enable the State House of Assembly to legislate on it so that they can have their own security arrangement to deal with this emerging threat. I must say that the reason the Amateku, for instance, is not able to bear arm and build capacity to address this security is because the constitution do not give them express power to do so. And as we speak, the governors from the southeastern region, as a matter of necessity and urgency, must come together, synergize, and let the government know what they want. I mean, federal government, because in the time of Akeredolu, when Muhammadu Buhari was the president, he was confrontational. Akeredolu was bold, he was fearless. He told Buhari to his face that if civilian JTF in the north can bear arm, what stops Amateku from bearing arm? A security outfit that is created out of state assembly. In the same vein, the southeastern governors must think out of the box. They must be bold enough to interfere with the federal government and tell the federal government that we have the mandate to protect lives and property of our people. And the only way we can do it is to build capacity to enable security arrangement at that level to bear arm and to be able to confront the marauding Fulani militias.
Yes, Pastor, many Igbos now, they have given up on their leader because if you see what their governors are doing, they said they don't have gone out, and most of them are being posted for Fulani.